do a lot of springing rain, a lot of springing. What a bopping. I did a lot of this.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
And I also cleaned the wigs.
Yeah, I love it.
That was it.
I think you and Abby, maybe you can go just one more next signature moves right there.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, you look great.
Nice. Well, don't admit your doctor is telling you to stop. So, oh, nice. That's beautiful. A little bit of,
I was like a beautiful butterfly there for a moment.
And I wasn't fully in here. That was all me.
We got a special treat up next to us, the Terror Dance Academy and the Beaver Hill Brass Quintet. But now we help throw the first pitch. You saw them before when they stunts. We're going to bring them out. Let's welcome back the YG Wheels.
yes, the Yay Wheel Riders and the electric unicycles. Donovan, you were in a band once called the electric unicycles.
Whoa!
So let's get all of the electric unicycles to ride out to the mound. And leading the way, or their part of the way, is a junior member of the Yay Wheel Riders, 9-year-old Gavin, who's also celebrating his birthday today. So what better way? So now, John, we're going to have and Abby and Girl Brain and all of you people on the mound. We're going to have a special first pitch. It's just going to be delivered a little bit different. We have Tommy Takayoshi, Washington. So, yeah, we're going to Gavin. It's 9th birthday. Throwing the first pitch. He's been riding one of these for 5 years already. Yeah, absolutely.
Since he was 4. Did you start with a smaller one? Now you're moving up to the big one. All right, ready for this first pitch? Okay, you know, can you signal? Wait for the signal. Talk to the signal. Yeah, well, let's pass that.
Oh, Tommy's going for the unicycle ride.
Yeah. Oh!
Nice.
On the outside to put that for a strike. Gavin, happy birthday, Gavin. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
We're going to hear more from the Wheel Riders a little bit later.
Parking lot's filling up not bad.
Yeah, it is.
I think if they get 2,500 today, they'd be happy. All right, final mic check. Mic test 1, 2, 3. Mic test 1, 2, 3, 4.
Here is the starting lineup for your Edmonton Silver Sea Dragons. In right field, number 9, Mike Tabata. Wearing number 1, playing center field, Caden Cerrone. In left field, number 15, Johnny McGill. At first base, number 35, Trent Lanahan. At second, wearing number 6, Tachi Zekedo. At shortstop, number 47, William Baxter. At third base, number 5, Jacob Harbourcats. At catcher, number 26, Russell Young. The starting pitcher, number 32, Ricardo Domingo. And the designated hitter, number 3, Michael Sober. Welcome to our opponents today, the Victoria Harbourcats. Now, please rise and join me in singing the national anthem with Taylor Stevens. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all of us come there. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Our umpires today on Matt Aldridge over at first, Mark Wright, and at third is Chris Hartley.
Well, a very pleasant Saturday afternoon, one and all, and welcome to Remax Field and our matinee contest this afternoon, Game 2 of the 3-game series between the Riverhawks and the defending North Division champions in the West Coast League, the Victoria Harbourcats. Todd Haney is the manager of Victoria, and here's how he penciled in his starting 9 today. Leading it off and playing at second base, it's Garrett Tunison, and he'll play at second, as we said, number 6. Batting second, Isaiah Thompson, the right fielder. Hitting third, it's Camden Sauce. They'll play him at third base today. And Cam Schneider is the designated hitter. He draws into the 4-hole. Tyrus Hall is the shortstop. Kyle Majdick will play at first base this afternoon and bat sixth. Sky Collins is the center fielder. Cam McLeod will do the catching. And Manny Ramirez Jr. is the starting left fielder today, batting out of the 9th spot in the order. And Maclick Harris will pitch today for Victoria. Ricardo Domingo, a 2-win, no-loss record, the starting pitcher this afternoon for the Hawks. He's got an unblemished record of 2 victories against no losses. I'll take a look at his pitching statistics here in just a bit. Matt Beaudry, the plate umpire today. Mark Wright at first base, and Chris Hartley is the umpire working at third, and we will have a 1:05 start time this afternoon, Mountain Time. Game will get underway right on time. Young completes the battery. Potternack at third, Lenahan at first. There's Schuer, the shortstop. Nakeo is the second baseman. Left to right on the outfield, it's John McGill, Caden Cerrone, and Mahida Tabata. And we have got today some wind blowing across the field at the present time from right towards left, but that will change. Just a few minutes ago, it was blowing straight in towards home plate. Pretty much clear blue skies overhead, the odd cumulus cloud, nothing threatening. Fahrenheit temperature, I would think right about 60 degrees and right about 18 degrees, maybe 17 on the centigrade scale. Garrett Tunison is the batter up the pitch. 84-mile-an-hour slider, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. And John Vicardi Domingo is just one of a number of ball players in that really good pipeline out of the UBC Thunderbird baseball program.
Well, we got 5 starting in the lineup today, and they all play well.
Pitch is on there on a bounce, 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Tonnison. Playing at second base today, he's a 300 hitter. His 14th game is today. He's got 50 ABs. Total of 15 hits, no home runs, 6 runs batted in. He can pick it up a little bit. 10 stolen bases and an .899 OPS. And the pitch is popped up and foul ground off first base. That ball might swerve back into fair territory. No, it doesn't. And Lenahan is camped under that. That was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball in on the fists.
And Domingo is showing, and what we've seen of him, that he really can work in the hands, get it down and away. Loves the fastball, pretty good slider.
Thompson appeared last year in the league with the Kamloops North Paws. He appeared in 11 games, 2 wins, 1 loss, and a really good earned run average of 1.80. There's a ball popped up, fouling out of play. He pitched out of the relief pen as well. He had 3 saves, total of 15 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs. He struck out 20. He walked 10 batters. His whip ratio at 0.933. And a strikeout to base on ball ratio of 2. And underway here at 1:05 Mountain Time, Isaiah Thompson, the batter up. And quickly he is down on the count, 0-2. Infield is going to play midway on the corners, fully back up the middle. And the outfield is around just a little bit towards right. From the windup, here's the 0-2. Then he's going to waste the pitch outside. Here from Vicardi Domingo. This is the lone day game in the West Coast League today. Everybody else will be under the lights. Harry turned the pitch over and missed low. Port Angeles lefties are in Corvallis. The Cowlitz Black Bears are in Springfield to play the Drifters. The Walla Walla Sweets and the Yakima Valley Pippins. Portland Pickles and the Bend Elks. The Wenatchee Apple Sox and the Kamloops North Paws. Swing and a miss. And the Bellingham Bells continue their series down in Kelowna. 91-mile-an-hour fastball with good sink on it, 2 away. And Camden Sauce is the batter. Went into the books last night as a 3-1 Edmonton win. There weren't a lot of runs last night, and there's a very good reason for that. Both teams, I thought, had outstanding pitching. 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors, 7 left aboard for Edmonton. 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 6 left on base for the Harbourcats, wearing their crimson top today with a white trim and the gray pants. Riverhawks with another themed jersey today with the white pants and a dark blue stirrup. Here's the kick and the pitch. 81 miles an hour on the changeup, and it's in the strike zone, 0-2.
Domingo is mixing his pitches up very well. Good breaking ball in that last pitch. Expect the fastball now.
And here's the 2-strike delivery up and in on the batter, not held cleanly by Russell Young. We'll go with a 1:05 start tomorrow. Weather looks pretty good. We're going at 1:05 today to accommodate fans who want to watch the Oilers tonight, try to stave off elimination. Down 3-0 to the Florida Panthers, a team that doesn't have a whole lot of holes in it, because that is a very good Edmonton team. That's a 3-0 lead for the Panthers. Then it's on the road for 6. And here comes the 1-2 on a bounce to the plate. Monday's an off day. Tuesday morning, bright and early, the Hawks will saddle up and head into Kelowna for a 3-game series, and then into Kamloops for 3. Against the North Paws at Norbrook Field. Here's the 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, and he waved at it. Sharp curve thrown here to Camden Sauce, and he is erased, and there's 1/2 inning done, 0s across. Back with the bottom of 1 in just a minute.
those kind of stuff. So what would be a tip or a trick that you give to someone just starting out?
Well, the main thing is all you have to learn to ride these things is start to stop out and ride. The thing is really what's balancing for you is kind of bicycle. So once you get up to speed, it's very easy to ride. So you just want to get on, hang it off, and then you go.
Did you get it?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, you guys look beautiful out there. Hair blowing in a way that it was a sight to behold.
And key to the wheel riders will be kicking around during the game. If you want to join, get yourself a wheel and join the fun.
Malik Harris pitching today. Yeah, he's a big right-hander, 6'6", tips the Toledo's at 235 pounds. He's a sophomore. Goes to the University of Memphis. He's out of Draper, Utah. His record on the year, this will be his third start, 7 in the third innings. 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs. He's walked 4, struck out 6. Has no record and a 3.68 earned run average. McLeod is the catcher, Sauce at third, Madge Dick at first, Hall at shortstop. Tunison is the starting second baseman today. Drawn fully back on the middle infield. Tunison between the bags of first and second, and both feet in outfield grass. Manny Ramirez Jr., the left fielder. Sky Collins, the center fielder. And Nazai Thompson is the right fielder this afternoon. Michael Soper, the DH, the batter up there. Front foot open from the port side of the plate. And here's the pitch to him. He took a rip at it and foul tips it in the batter's box. Jacob Potternack and Johnny McGill due up here for the Hawks. The Hawks, with that victory last night, have improved to 8-5. 3 games better than 500. Do not gain or lose any ground on the team that's occupying the penthouse in the North Division of the West Coast League, that being the Wenatchee Apple Sox, who picked up a victory last night. Soper hitting a solid .316, 10 ball games under his belt, 38 at-bats. And here's the kick and the pitch from Harris. Ball hit to left field and slicing away from the outfielder. That ball won't get caught. And Soper with some nice opposite field pop. He's at second. He makes the big wide turn. Finds himself a new gear, and he'll pull into third with a stand-up triple. No way Ramirez was going to get to that ball. A ball hit the left off a left-hand hitter's bat. Pretty much always fouls or slices to foul territory. That one stayed in.
And it was certainly slicing. He got the barrel on the bat on the outside, drove it deep. There's no way the left fielder was going to make that play.
Potternack is the batter. And he got back on the beam last night with a pair of hits and 2 runs batted in. One was a ball that he pulled between short and third, and the other one was an infield hit that knocked in a run. Jake Potternack, on a 2-for-4 night, is the batter. 1 ball, no strike to Jake. They'll surrender the run on a ground ball if it's hit up the middle. The middle infield is back. That ball is skipped up the middle for a base hit, and a ribeye steak for Jake Potternack, and it's a 1-0 Edmonton lead. That one was not real hard hit, but it found a hole right straight over the canvas bag at second.
And again, we talk about this, so you have a pitcher who torqued a little bit to first base. It came right off the back of his heel, behind his heel, and over second base.
And John McGill will be the batter. McGill last night got himself a knock, a 3-base hit into the left field power alley in the second inning. After that, he flied to right, and he struck out, and he popped up. He is a far better hitter than what he is hitting. He's sitting at .222, and he was about 100 points better than that last year. At one point in time, was hitting better than .400.
And a lot of it is this year, Al. He's hitting the ball hard, but he's hitting it right at people. Last night, he started popping them into the hole.
Trent Lenahan, another UBC ball player in the on-deck circle. I got him batting in the 4 spot today, but really impressed with his play defensively over at first base. Hall and Tunison will shorten up to a double play depth. Sauce is up wide of the bag at third. And here comes the pitch. That'll miss at the knee by Milak Harris. 1 ball, no strike on McGill. 7 games into the homestand, 2 more to go, so you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And the Riverhawks have played 7 games, and out of those 7, they've won 5 of them. And if you could play that way at home and go 500 on the road, you're off to the races. Inside pitch, go to 2 balls, no strikes.
You certainly are, Alan. It doesn't matter the league that you're playing in. The key on the road is try to get 500 and then win big at home.
Down to 2 balls, no strike on the batter. Here's the stretch. Here comes the pitch. And that's 88 miles an hour, hard-sinking fastball on the block. Ready to go. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to the left side of the diamond. Hall is up with it. On to second for 1. The first won't do it. So there's a force out on Potternack. Nicely done by the second baseman, Judenson. His relay was not in time to double off McGill. Lanahan is the batter. And he is scalding the ball at present time, hitting .370. It's his 12th ball game tonight, his 47th at bat. And he has hit for 17 base hits on season with an .877 OPS. Runners on the move, out of the crouch. Here comes McLeod's toss. It's a good one. Right out over the bag, and the tag put down right on the wallet of John McGill. Trying to steal second base, but his feet were honest, and the put out will go 2-6.
Very good throw by McLeod. Right on the bag. Nice and low, easy tag.
0-1 here to Lanahan. He took the obligatory swing to try to protect his runner a little bit. But a run has come in to score. It's a 1-0 Edmonton lead here in the bottom half of 2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Here to Lanahan. Mahidet Tabata, the right fielder, taking a swing in the on-deck circle. And that is just a figurative word here. We do not have on-deck circles. Foul territory isn't big enough. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Lanahan. And Malik Harris rocks into the windup. Sawed his man off nicely. That was a fastball in on the hands at 90 miles an hour. Tunison is up with it and onto the bag, and that'll set down the side. A run in to score, and we're just underway from Remax Field in Edmonton. Designated hitter Cam Schneider leads it off here in the top of the second inning against Vicarti Domingo, University of British Columbia Thunderbird out of Vancouver. And that is where Vicarti calls home his 3rd start, 11 innings. 5 hits. He's allowed 2 runs, both earned runs. Walked 2, struck out 14, and a 1.63 earned run average. He got a pair of strikeouts and a pop-up in the first inning. Here's what he's done this season. June 8th versus Nanaimo, a 6-inning distance, 2 earned runs, 9 hits, 9 strikeouts, 5 hits. He walked 1 batter and picked up a victory. On June 1st at Bellingham, a 5 1/3 inning distance, scoreless baseball, 5 strikeouts, scattered 3 hits, and he walked 1 batter. He's got an above-average curveball. He's got an above-average fastball. Here we sit at a 1-ball, 2-strike count on the DH, Cam Schneider. Again, tomorrow afternoon, it's 1:05 start. We'll have the pictures for you right after the national anthems. Expecting a really good crowd tomorrow. An excellent house last night. And probably about 2,500 in the stands today, and I think they'd be very happy with 2,500 as this game had to get pushed up 6 hours. Count is even. Here comes the 2-2. Off the head of the bat and a dribbler off to the right side. It cleared the mound. It might be trouble, but what a flip by Nikhil. Barehanded it, and his throw was right on target. That's a big league putout.
You don't get him better than that, Al.
So with Schneider erased, what made that play possible for an infield hit is it cleared the mound. If it doesn't clear the mound, Domingo gets it easily. And Tyrus Hall, the shortstop, will be the batter, batting .222 on the season. Willie back on the middle infield, midway at first and third. The outfield is straight away. In this big ballpark in Edmonton, one of the biggest in all of baseball at any level. 420 to straightaway center field. It's another time zone. 340 to left, 320 to right. And the pitch, fouled away. Fastball. The velocity, actually it was an off-speed pitch at 81 miles an hour. Tied his man up as Tyrus Hall sits there at a 0-2 count. And here's the 2-strike pitch. Going to waste one in the dirt. 4,197 in the ballpark last night, and a pretty good ball game as far as speed was concerned. It was done in 2 hours and 14 minutes, and good pitching will do that for you. And both ball clubs, the starters and the relievers, did a real nice job. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, fouled away. Halen Knoll picked up the victory, his first on the year against 2 no decisions, and he was in vintage form last night. 7-inning distance, 1 earned run. He scattered 6. He struck out 9, walked 1, and he hit 1 batter. And he really got himself out of the kettle in the middle innings. He had the bases loaded and only 1 away. And then he went to work and got himself a couple of strikeouts. That was in the 3rd inning. He got his 4th and his 5th strikeouts with the bases loaded. The runners aboard in that inning. Sauce was at first. Thompson at second. Tunison was the runner at third, but a lot of breaking balls to get Schneider and Anderson on the strikeouts. And the pitch. He got under it. It's popped up. Foul ground back of third base. Swerving foul on towards the piping at the Edmonton dugout, and there'll be no play. As Paternak came over, and he just ran out of real estate.
He did. The ball just kept drifting and drifting, and no play to be made.
Tyrus Hall is the batter. Madge Dick is on deck. Hall hitting .222. And here comes the pitch to him. That's going to miss low. Young couldn't catch that one cleanly. He had to block it to run a full count here on Tyrus Hall. And here comes the pitch from Domingo. Popped up, left field, over in the alley, on the run in. And he draws the beat on this nicely. It's Johnny McGill, and there's 2 away. 5 in a row out of the starting blocks have been sent down by the Cardi Domingo. And Kyle Madgedick is the batter. Younger brother of Ryan Madgedick, who played here in the Riverhawks' first season of 2022. Ryan Madgedick was a left-handed batter. Kyle Madgedick is a right-handed batter. But one thing about both of them, those are big men up there. Kyle Madgedick fills in that batter's box real well. Strike 1 here to Kyle. Look at the forearms on that guy. And the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Madgedick, an Ontario ball player. And here's the pitch on the way between the wickets of Young and onto the backstop. Madge Dick out of Lincoln, Ontario. 6'3", 235 pounds. He could burn diesel and carry a fifth wheel. Sophomore out of Marshalltown Community College. And the pitch too high. One time I was at a Blue Jays spring training game. They were playing the Mets, and I was watching Frank Howard hit ground balls, and I swear to God that fungo stick looked like a toothpick in his hands. He was one big man. 84-mile-an-hour spinners, swing and a miss, and that'll get it done here in the top of 2. 6 in a row have been set down by the Cardi Domingo, and we shall return in just a minute. On to the home half of the second inning, and Mahedat Tabata, the right fielder, he'll get it going as we take a look at the big league scoreboard this afternoon. Playing the bottom half of the fourth inning at that shrine of a ballpark in Chicago, just off Michigan Drive, the home of the Cubbies, Wrigley Field. And the pitch foul back. And the Cubs are up on the St. Louis Cardinals 2-1 score, playing the bottom half of the fourth inning. Scoreless between the Guardians and the Toronto Blue Jays today at the Rogers Place facility in Toronto. Here's the kick and the strike one delivery. Ground ball to the right. He tied him up real nice on that pitch. On to his left goes Tunison, and his throw to the bag, one away. See that Bo Bichette has not been penciled in as a starter today, which is probably just about got to be a first. But that is a club that for some whatever reason, they're just not clicking. His dad, of course, played here in right field for the Edmonton Trappers at AAA in the Coast League for a couple of seasons back in the 1980s. And what did he have a hose? I mean, he had a crank. Dante had some pretty good years in the big leagues, finished out with the Colorado Rockies. Just underway, it's the Florida Marlins playing in Washington against the Nationals. The Angels and the Giants will getting it going in about 1/2 hour's time, as will the Phillies at the ballpark at Camden Yards in Baltimore, Maryland, against that really good Baltimore club. The pitch, foul back. The Braves will host the Tampa Bay Rays today. Cincinnati Reds are in Milwaukee to play the Brewers. So not a whole lot of ball games underway on the Major League scoreboard today. The game here this afternoon, the lone day game in the West Coast League. Everybody else will be under the lights. And the pitch. Ball is turned around. It's a fly ball out into the left field gap. And over there to make the catch, it's Manny Ramirez Jr. And Maceo is erased. And William Vasseur is the batter. Vasseur hitting .250. Right-hand hitter up there. 1-for-4 night last night for Vasseur. He punched a single up the middle. Here he gives one a ride out into right field into that wind. Drifting back with lots of room. It is Thompson there to make the catch. Naziah Thompson. And that's a 3 up, 3 down, bottom of 2.
For you to get on your feet and get pumped up, everybody. Because we got black and white t-shirts.
Well, there could be over 3,000. They'll take it. They're pretty good. Sky Collins sitting out of the 7th spot in the Victoria order. Leadoff batter here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Ball game right about the 1/2 hour mark as we speak. Here against the Cardi Domingo. After 2 innings every day, they have what they call a t-shirt toss. It's a Riverhawk t-shirt wrapped up and then shot out of a big zip gun. And all 3 of them went over the wall and out into the street. Somebody will be back there chasing those down, I can guarantee you. And the pitch fouled away. Here to Collins. Hitting .252 in 6 ball games, his 21st at bat. Scattered 5 hits. He's got 3 runs batted in. He's got a bag and a .523 OPS. In the infield today, Potternack at 3rd, Lonahan at 1st. Vasseur is the shortstop. Nakayo's at 2nd base. Left to right in the outfield, McGill, Zeroni, and Tabata to complete the picket line. Now the wind is blowing across the field from right towards left. And in about 3 minutes' time, it'll be blowing just the other way.
Now Domingo right now, he's keeping that ball inside. Good fastballs right on the inside paint. Excellent pitches. Now he comes outside.
Second time today that he has gone to a full count of 3 balls and 2 strikes. That fastball at 91 miles an hour. It was in the horizontal strike zone, but not the vertical one. And the pitch is going to miss, low and away. Sky Collins is aboard. He really turned the dial on that last pitch, 96 miles an hour. That's as hard as we've seen anybody throw this year.
That's right. It's got a little pop.
Cam McLeod will be the batter. He's a good catch and throw guy, scuffling a little bit with the stick. He's hitting 182. And here comes the pitch. On the hands, it's popped up. Lots of hang time on that puppy. And racing over into the left field gap is Caden Zeroni. He's pretty much camped into that to put leather on it. And there's one away. Manny Ramirez Jr. will be the batter, hitting 200 in 2 ball games, 5 at bats, 1 hit, 3 runs batted in. Baseball runs and bloodlines. This guy should have a great career because his dad was a good one, Manny Ramirez. Runners on the move. We're Young out of the crouch, and that ball sails out into center field. So that'll be a bag for Sky Collins. Young was rushed a little bit, and he dropped his elbow, and when you do that, your ball's going to sail on you.
He really did, and those you got to be very careful of. One thing Zeroni was doing a nice job of, he was coming in hard on that to cover, which is what he should be doing.
Talked about the outstanding start last night for Hale and Knoll to win his first ball game against 2-0 decisions. The bullpen was tough, too. Dave Stewart came in to pitch the eighth. He got a ground ball and 2 strikeouts. And Tyler Jans recorded the first save for this pitcher on the year. He faced 4 batters, walked 1, but he struck out the side. As we get into this season, they're just kind of figuring out the roles for each of these pitchers. From what I saw last night, that was a nasty relief pen. Matty Ramirez Jr., right-handed batter, bat held high, closed off stance, a little bit of a knee bend. It's a big lead taken off at second base. Domingo doesn't like it. Now he's ready to go, and the pitch is a fastball, foul back, 90 miles an hour. 96 miles an hour is that pitch earlier on, as hard as I've seen anybody throw this year on any ball club.
Well, you're exactly right, and Domingo's not that big a guy. You look at him, he's stocky, but he's not very tall.
Takeo comes over towards second base, draws back to his defensive spot, and the fastball on the hands, belted foul down the line and right, and out of play. A little better crowd than I thought there'd be today. The luxury boxes are pretty much full. A seat that has really become popular is the balcony seats, which are just below the luxury suites. They're usually in a group of 6, and they look to be pretty much full this afternoon as well. So no doubt about it, the Hawks will hit the 30,000 in attendance on the year today, and they're ahead, not way ahead, but they're ahead of last year's totals. And with that called strikeout, we go to the top of the order to Garrett Tunison. Popped up his first time through. These 2 ball clubs will renew hostilities in July. The 12th, the 13th, and the 14th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, at that beautiful ballpark just off the water in Victoria. 1 ball, no strike on Tunison.
Well, that last pitch was 94 miles an hour.
Runner breaks for third. Russell Young came out of the crouch. He had his arm cocked. He thought better of making the throw, so an uncontested steal of the bag. So 2 bases stolen here by Sky Collins. His 4th and 5th, actually his 2nd and 3rd stolen bases on the year. And the ball is raised out into right field. Tabata on the run back, about 10 feet shy of the warning track. He gets that one surrounded. That one took off with a little bit of giddy up, but right into the eye of that wind, and that held it up.
And Al, that's one reason the catcher didn't throw down to third base. Hold it, you had 2 out. All it took was a fly ball or ground ball. Get the man out, you're out of the inning, and that's what happened.
0-0-0-1, the totals in the top of 3, and it's Edmonton Riverhawk baseball from Remax Field at Edmonton. Russell Young, the catcher, batting out of the 8th spot in the Edmonton order. Get it going here in the last half of the 3rd inning. Ball game at the 35-minute mark. Real good pitching duel today as Malik Harris has now retired 4 straight batters. In the second, a ground ball and 2 fly balls. High and in, ball 1 to Russell Young. I mentioned earlier on the kind of a pipeline the Riverhawks are developing with the UBC program. 60-some years ago, I hate to say it, but you were around to watch it, John Ducey ran the ball club at Edmonton, and he had the same arrangement with the University of Southern California Trojans. And what kind of players did he get?
Boy, he got some good ones. Ron Fairley, Tom Satriano. Just some tremendous ball players.
Fly ball right field into that wind. Big high pop fly drifting back with the glasses down is Thompson. And there's 1 away. Interviewed Ron Fairley one time for the Trapper program, and he could name all his teammates. And that's all many years later. And Ron was a color man at that time with the Angels on TV. Caden Zerowny is the batter. One of them went on to be a big league field manager, Bob Lillis, who was a shortstop, and I guess a pretty good one. And the pitch. Fastball inside. Had a pretty good catcher named Johnny Warehouse. Went on to play a little bit in the major leagues. Joe Ferguson was a real good first baseman in the big leagues for a while. Down to 1 ball and no strike. Here comes the pitch. Sinker ball down and in. And, of course, the architect of those Blue Jay World Series championship clubs, Pat Gillick, left-handed pitcher out of USC.
And, you know, you take a look, there was a certain coach that handled all those boys, and Rod Dideau, the famous Rod Dideau, had a tremendous program there.
There's a dribbler down to third base, a barehanded pick by Sauce. He was way in on the grass. And if you're the pitcher, well, just shrug it off. You made a great pitch. You buried that ball into the hitter's hands. In fact, that ball, or that bat, might be headed back to the woodpile. But that's going to be, I think, a broken bat single for Caden Zerowny.
Also shows the tremendous speed that Zerowny has, and he certainly uses it in the outfield.
Michael Soper opened the bat head up his first time along, and he pulled a 3-base hit down the left field line. The batter up, 1 out, 1 on. Here in the last half of the 3rd inning, Soper the batter up. Hitting out of the leadoff spot today, left-handed hitter, front foot open, and he looks at a strike. 0-1 to the batter. That league, which was Edmonton, Lloydminster was in it, a couple of Saskatchewan clubs, but they had some talent. Guys that went on a really good big league career, some that played in Edmonton, some didn't. I think Nelson Bryles was a pretty good right-hand pitcher. He played in Calgary. A really good left-hander, Ron Paranosky, played in Lloydminster. But 60-some years later, nothing's changed. Probably more Canadians playing now than back in the 50s. This ball is hit up the middle, high fly ball, left center field, drifting back to Sky Collins. He's camped under that. Soper is erased, and there's 2 away. Jake Potternack will be the batter. Again, a 105 contest tomorrow to wrap up the 9-game homestand. You were saying?
Yeah, Al, there were a couple of players from my alma mater that played up here in those days. One of them, Sterling Slaughter, played for the Cubs for a while. And a fellow by the name of Bob Cavichin, who got as high as AA. But 2 very good ball players at Arizona State, and they were part of that first group of Winkles players.
Run and hit play with 2 away, and the ball fouled away. Rod Dado is a big buddy of Tommy Lasorda's. In fact, every year the Dodgers who play USC is a game to raise a little bit of dough for the USC program. Started with 1 truck in the 1930s, and he was a very wealthy man at the end of his time. Dado Trucking. I've seen those trucks on the road many a time. Strike 1 here to Potternack. Man at first with 2 away. There he turned the ball over, slow curve, big hook at 75 miles an hour, miss low. They say he really was the father of big-time U.S. collegiate baseball. I speak of some of the other guys. In one pitching staff 1 year with the USC Trojans. I'll get to that here in a second. And again, the runner on the move, and the ball is belted up the middle. That's a long fly ball. There to make the catch up the middle is Sky Collins. And that one traveled 385 feet. That's a home run in any other park in this league.
It really is, Al. He drilled it pretty good, but just a long fly ball in this ballpark.
No runs and a hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 3 in a real pitching duel today. Ricardo Domingo has retired 9 of the 10 batters that he has faced today. Isaiah Thompson, the right fielder, will get things going here in the top half of the 4th inning. Ball game at the 45-minute mark here in the top of inning 4. Big kick here by Domingo in the pitch. Curveball down and away. I mentioned the USC starting pitching staff one year. 2 of these guys I knew, and 2 I know you'll know about. One was, for a period of time, maybe the best right-handed pitcher in the major leagues, Tom Seaver, a U.S. Marine Corps reservist, and he went to USC as trying to be a dentist. He decided he'd rather drill ball players than drill teeth. 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch, down and away. The next guy pitched for the Montreal Expos, his last major league stop, but he came up with the Boston Red Sox, Bill Lee. The guy who pitched here at AAA, Jimmy Barr, and Brent Strom, who pitched a little bit in the majors and might still be a pitching coach in baseball. Last I saw Strom, he was the roving pitching instructor with the Expos when we were their affiliate. Now that's a college pitching staff.
A tremendous pitching staff, but when you look at Tom Seaver, he just overpowered batters in college.
Bouncing ball down to third. Potternack is up with it. Sidearms across the diamond, 1 away. He could touch 100 out of a drop and drive delivery with a slider and a curveball. Part of that big 1969 New York Met, Miracle Met World Series Championship club. Cameron Sauce is the hitter up. Struck out swinging in the 1st inning. I would assume there's some USC ball players playing this summer in the West Coast League. High and in, 1 ball, no strike.
A lot of those Pac-12 players that are California, UCLA, Berkeley, they play in that Cal League, a lot of them. Very close to home.
We'll also see Cam Schneider, the DH. He's hitting out of the 4-hole today. He'll be due up in the inning. And this time around, Vicardi with a strike down the middle. 2 balls, 1 strike on the batter. Sky Collins drew a walk, stole second, stole third, got no further in the 3rd inning. Up to that point in time, 6 in a row had been erased by Domingo. Fly ball to right. That should be an easy play. Drifting back is Mahidit Tabata, and in reverse gear with the glasses down, flags that one, and there's 2 gone. And Cam Schneider is the batter. Those were the days when USC was in the Pac-8. Then they became the Pac-12, then the Pac-9, 10 to 12, and now they're down to 2. There's been I don't know why. What a great league. Football, baseball, basketball, you name it. But clubs have decided, universities that is, to change the leagues that they play in.
All dollars, Al. That's all it is. The change in conferences has been immense. And
there's the pitch. And Domingo not happy with himself or somebody, because that was a base hit and that broke up his no-hitter.
Oh, he got that ball right over the plate, and that's not where he wanted to put it.
So Vicardi will take a tug on the rosin bag and go to work on Tyrus Hall, who flied out his first time through. Schneider finally dents the mash. He gets the first hit on the afternoon. Here for the Harbourcats in the top of 4. They're wearing their bright red tops today and the gray pants. Not wearing a stirrup. Here comes the pitch. It's a bunt with 2 away. Didn't expect that. Fielded by Vicardi. Domingo's throw is right there. He barehanded it. That took everybody by surprise, bunting with 2 away.
It really did, Al. And it was a pretty good bunt. If he'd got it toward the lines, he would have been able to make it to first base. But Domingo jumped on that ball very quickly and threw his strike to first base.
On to the bottom half of the 4th inning today from Remax Field. Bunting with 2 away. Well, whatever. John McGill, leadoff batter here in the last of 4. A really good crowd today in consideration of the fact the game was pushed up 6 hours. It's not a cold day, but it's not a warm day. It's a blustery day, put it that way. 2,648, and that'll put the Hawks over the 30,000 mark in attendance. Out the head of the bat, and it's a dribbler down to the shortstop Hall. He makes the pick, throw to the bag, stretch at the bag by the first baseman Madge Dick, and there's one gone. You look at that bat, which is about 36 inches in length, usually 32 ounces in weight, and there's only about 3 or 4 inches of that bat that'll do you any good as a hitter. And he got it off the soft wood on the high end of the bat. And Trent Lanahan is batter up. And Malik Harris delivers. Threw that one up high into the wheelhouse. A swing and a miss. Strike 1 here to Trent Lanahan. Fully back in the middle infield, midway at first and third. Outfield is straight away. 86 mile an hour gas. It's high of the rectangle. 1 ball, 1 strike. On Lanahan, hitting a 370 clip. And here comes the 1-1 pitch inside, ball 2.
Now the Riverhawks have been jumping on a lot of first pitches because Malik Harris is coming in with fastballs on first pitches a lot.
Lanahan is 0 for 5 in this series against Harbourcat pitching. Make it 0 for 6. It's a dribbler up the middle. The shortstop Hall there to gather it in. Sidearms a bullet onto first base, and there's 2 away. Pitching, I really do believe, is one of the real strengths of this Victoria club. an ERA of 3.36 as a team, and at this level of baseball, that's pretty good. Hitting .256 collectively. 4 in a row have been set down here by Harris. A couple of fly balls in the third, 2 ground ball outs here in the 4th inning. Here the batter, Matahat Tabata, tries to check a swing, but nothing doing. Strike 1 to Matahat Tabata. And the 0-1 pitch. Bouncing ball, foul of the bag at third. McLeod completes the battery on the corner. Sauce at third, Madge Dick at first. Hall at short. Tunison is the second baseman. Manny Ramirez Jr. in left. Sky Collins in center. And Nezai Thompson, your starting right fielder. And pitch. Ground ball left side. Sauce onto his left. Makes the flip onto the bag. At both feet in the air. He did all that with his arm, and that'll do it. 3 ground ball outs. And that ends the uprising, and we're through 4 to 1-0 Edmonton lead. Kyle Majdick gets things going here in the top half of the 5th inning. We'll take a look at what's doing in the big leagues today. The Cubbies are home to the St. Louis Cardinals, and it's a 2-1 Cubs lead. They're playing the top half of the 6th inning. Very happy to see that one of my all-time favorite ball players, he played here in the Northern League with the Edmonton Cats, Stubby Clapp, back with the team that originally drafted him out of Windsor, Ontario. And Stubby is the coach off at first base. Pound for pound, no matter what sport I've covered, be it hockey, football, you name it, that was one of the toughest athletes I've ever seen. You did not mess with Stubby Clapp, that I can tell you. And the pitch foul to the backstop. Count of 0-2, and the pitch. Bouncing ball. He tried to pull an outside pitch, fouled it away. In our attendance this afternoon, 2,648. And the Riverhawks are certainly grateful for that. Here on a blustery, not overcast, the sun is shining, but it is not warm. Strike 2 here to Majdick. It all depends where we live on the winds. If the wind comes from the west, you get warm weather. If it blows from the north, look out. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss.
Now at bat, Domingo threw 5 pitches. 3 of them were breaking balls.
Sky Collins is the batter. Drew a walk, he stole a couple of bases, was stranded at third base his only time through today. Changeup, straight changeup, looked like a palm ball. In the strike zone, 81 miles an hour, and it's 0-1. You go from 81 to 96. That's a 15-mile-an-hour spread from the real hard stuff today, thrown by McCarty Domingo to the soft stuff. And that's in big league territory. That is unfair to the hitter.
Well, it is, and the big thing it does, it just keeps the batters off balance.
And the 0-2 is up a little high. And again, our homestand finale set to go tomorrow at 1:05. Monday is an off day for the Hawks. They'll saddle up bright and early Tuesday morning en route to Kelowna to get his series underway. Soft curve from a straight overhand delivery. Big drop curve. Strikeout number 6. And Sky Collins is erased. Cam McLeod will be the hitter. He's the catcher. And the pitch. Strike call. Had a nice fireworks show here last night after the game. They had to wait a while. It just wasn't dark enough. Longest day of the year is coming up, and not too distant future. It'll be about a week. So they fired the rockets off at about 10 o'clock, but all indications are it was worth the wait. Ball on the strike here to McLeod. And the pitch. Hit high in the air to the left field power alley on the run back. And camped under this is Johnny McGill, and that will set down the side. Zero's over. Smoke rings across. 4.5 through in a 1-0 Edmonton lead. Five in a row have been set down by the Victoria right-hander, Malik Harris, as he goes to work on Taichi Nakeo, second baseman. Well, the Toronto Blue Jays have jumped out in front of the Cleveland Guardians this afternoon at Rogers Place. 3-0 lead for the Jays. And here comes the pitch. Fly ball raised out into right field, drifting on in, putting on the brakes is Neziah Thompson, and one pitch, one gone. 6 in a row have been set down by Malik Harris. Amazing what happens when you throw strikes.
Absolutely, and here's the case. Up through 4 innings, Malik Harris has only thrown 41 pitches.
William Vasseur is the batter up, right hand hitting shortstop. Hitting in the 7th spot in the Edmonton order today. Sinker ball misses, 1 ball, no strike. The big leagues yesterday, the Cardinals over the Cubs 3-0. The Yankees beat the Red Sox 8-1 at Fenway Park. Nationals 8, the Marlins 1. It was the Phillies over the Orioles 5-3. And the Guardians a 3-1 win over the Blue Jays. Padres were losers to the Mets 2-1. And the Atlanta Braves having another good year, 7-3 victory over the Tampa Bay Rays. Astros 4, the Tigers no score. Reds 6, Brewers 5. Pirates over the Rockies 5-2. Diamondbacks were winners over the White Sox 7-1. And a Dodger victory, not by a lot, a 4-3 final at Dodger Stadium against Kansas City. There's a one-hopper hit wide of third base. Throw is high, but down on the bag just in time is Magic. That one had a load of spin on it, top spin. and it played fits with Sauce, but he did make the catch. Had to hurry his throw from a sidearm delivery. The ball sailed high, but that's what a big target at first base does for you.
Magic, the first baseman on that, Al. He came down and tagged the runner, or he would have been safe. He never got on the bag. That was a very good play by the first baseman.
Go to Russell Young, and here comes the pitch. Here from Malik Harris. Pitch is high, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Harris is out of Draper, Utah. Big ball player, 6'6", 225-pounder. Kicks that left leg up, comes home, and the pitch is inside. University of Memphis. The collegiate assignment for Malik Harris, making his third start. 7 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs earned. No record, and an ERA of 2.07. Young today hit a ball out into right field that was easily caught by Nasri Thompson. The league is hitting .207 off of Malik Harris. His ERA is at 3.68. That's a pretty paltry batting average for the entire West Coast League, hitting .207 off this guy. Tommy comes down and he cranks his arm up. His release point is probably at about 56 feet from the batter.
I think you're probably right. He is one big man.
And the kick of the 2-2 delivery. Solomon, fastball in on the fist. It's a bouncer down the hall. The shortstop, his throw is on the money. And that'll do it. Another ground ball out as we head to the 6th inning from Remax Field.
He's up at 71 already. And through the same inning, Harris is 50.
Ricardo Domingo has got 71 pitches under his belt here this afternoon as he goes to work on the 9-hole batter, Manny Ramirez Jr. 0 for 1 this afternoon, was called out on strikes on a belt-high fastball to the outside block, and that was the second out of the 4th inning. Ricardo with a record of 2 wins against no losses on the year. He has 1 at home, he has 1 on the road. And the pitch. Breaking ball down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Garrett Tunison and Naziah Thompson are due up for Victoria. And a ball off the head of the bat, foul down the right side, now to play. Got a right-hander up and throwing in the Harbourcat bullpen. 6 strikeouts on the day for Ricardo Domingo. Strike on the inside half of the plate, 90 miles an hour with a little bit of sink on it, 1-2. Wind blowing straight in, right into the hitter's eye. And we go to a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Tomorrow the Riverhawks are going to wear a Trapper uniform top and paying homage to that great ball club that we had here for 24 seasons through 2 ballparks, 7 playoff appearances, 4 championships, and hundreds of players went on to big league service. Breaking ball strikeout number 7. And there's no doubt about it, that breaking ball was a strike. I don't think the batter was looking for a breaking pitch.
Oh, exactly right. And since the 3rd inning, Domingo's been throwing a lot of breaking balls. Through 3 innings, he threw mainly fastballs.
And we go to Garrett Tunison. Foul to the backstop, strike 1. Bacardi Domingo buys his trade in the spring with the University of British Columbia Thunderbirds. And here comes the pitch. Down and away, curve ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Got a record of, as we said, 2-0 and a 1.63 earned run average. And he is very much under consideration by Major League Baseball as a draft pick this year.
Absolutely.
And here comes the 1-2, ground ball left side, a 2-hopper to the shortstop Vasseur. Sidearms to the target, and you got 2 away. Now, how that works, if you're signed, you're drafted by a big league club and you accept the contract, that's it. You go to the minor leagues of whoever drafted you. That does not always happen. Players will say, no, I want to wait another year. Maybe I can get do a little better, get a pick in a higher round. But you are rolling the dice, make no question about that.
Certainly happens.
Curve ball strike. We're going to be seeing a middle infielder. I don't know if we'll see him tomorrow, but he's joined the club, who has signed it's not a contract, but he said he'll attend Pepperdine University, depending on which round he gets drafted in and how much money they offer him. Obviously, it's good news for the West Coast League team if he sticks around for the whole year. You get drafted, you're a pretty good player. They only draft 20 rounds now in the July Rule 4 amateur draft. Check swing, appealed at first base. Mark Wright indicates, no, that was not a swing. 1-2, 2 away, bases empty.
I'll just give you an example of that with that, Al, with the draft. Wait till this pitch goes. Spencer Torkelson came out of high school undrafted. 3 years at university, he's the #1 draft. Ended up picking himself up a bonus of $8.5 million.
And that's something.
Well, he had himself a pretty good batting coach at Arizona State in those days by the name of Mike Early. Now, Mike Early is the batting coach at Texas A&M right now. Of course, they're in the College World Series and doing well.
Isaiah Thompson awaits the 3-2 delivery, and here it comes. Hit back to the mound, fielded on 1 bounce by Domingo. He underhands to the bag. A strikeout and 2 ground ball outs. Nicely done by the young right-hander from Vancouver. Last of 6 coming your way. We'll be back with that in just a minute.
Get some action. No, absolutely not. We're going to have some high stickers. I feel like I'm riding a team of horses with all the swapping going on here. Yeah, I hear that too. We're going on both sides, absolutely. There's also these snaps on. Pitcher? Not back. Oh. Looks like a door. Feel it. Oh my gosh, it doesn't get much more Irish than this. Wow, fantastic catch!
New pitcher in the ball game is a right-hander, Flynn Ridley. He's out of Burnaby, British Columbia. 6'4", 200-pound right-hander, a junior out of Ottawa University. Malik Harris has nothing to hang his head about today. He was outstanding through a 5-inning distance. For the Harbourcats, the pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. He coughed up one earned run, and that was in the first inning. He got one ball up, and that was to Michael Soper, and he nailed a 3-base hit to the opposite field down the left field line. Out of the stretch, here's the pitch, too high. Did not walk or strike out a batter, but he combined a breaking ball and some high-octane gas, did a nice job.
And I believe he was on a pitch count, Al. He only threw 50 pitches up through 5 innings. 10 pitches an inning's pretty good.
There's a hit batsman. That one's going to hurt a little bit as Caden Zerani's going to wear one on his left arm. Ridley's got one start. This is his second relief appearance, 1 inning. 2 hits, no runs allowed, 1 strikeout, 0.00 earned run average. Flynn Ridley. He did not want to walk the 9-hole hitter and have to go to the top of the order with a man on base. And Ridley appears to be in a little bit of difficulty. If you get it on the muscle, that's one thing. You get it on the bone, that's where it really hurts.
Well, that's right. If you get a bone bruise, that can last for quite a while.
Field manager Jake Lanferman is out to check on the welfare of Caden Zerani. Legged out an infield hit in the 3rd inning, and here he gets plunked with a pitch in the last half of the 6th inning.
If he has to come out, I expect Rex Watson would go in to replace him in center field. Zeroni played well. He's got excellent speed. Calls that outfield well. Calls left fielder or right fielder off on a fly ball. Good communicator.
Today's the lone matinee contest in the West Coast League. Tonight, under the lights, Port Angeles Lefties are in Corvallis. The Cowlitz Black Bears in Springfield. Wenatchee is in Kamloops. Bellingham is in Kelowna. Portland is in Bend. Walla Walla will take on the Yakima Valley Club. And, of course, we've got Victoria here with Edmonton. Next year, an expansion franchise will join the West Coast League. Club out of Salem, Oregon. And here comes the pitch, too high. 1 ball and no strike on Michael Soper. Hitting a .316 clip. They had a team in the Northwest League forever in Salem, the Salem Senators. Runner goes. Here's the throw on 1 hop to second base. The shortstop, Hall, slaps down the tag. I guess he came off the bag, did Caden Zerani. Originally it looked like he was safe. Now on that artificial turf, I guess it gets a little bit slick. 2-6 on the putout.
It took a while to make the call, and Jake Lanferman's out there now arguing with the umpire, but if he came off that bag at all without being pushed off, then he's out. There's going to be a little conference here with the umpires.
Well, I've already scored at 2-6.
Well, if he's out, that's the call.
No, the indication is he is out. Here's the standings in the North Division. Wenatchee at 10-3, holding on to a 2-game lead on the Riverhawks at 8-5. Bellingham 3 back, 7-6. Victoria 7-6, and they are 3 games back. Lanferman is back out and having a discussion with one of the umpires to see if he gets a thumb or not. Maybe I didn't see it if he did. I don't believe he's been ejected.
I think he got tossed. Well, maybe not. He's going to the dugout. No, I think Jake Lanferman's been tossed.
Nanaimo is 6-6, 3.5 back. Kamloops 3-7, 5.5 out. Port Angeles and Kelowna both 3-7, and again, they are 5 1/2 games out. I think you're right. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that from Jake. It does happen.
We've got another coach in third base, so I guess he has been. As a matter of fact, I think he was tossed when the umpires were talking. When he came up and threw his arm up, I think that was to get rid of Lanferman. He must have been chirping. But you got to battle for your players out.
No, you do, absolutely. And the Corvallis Knights with a 3.5 game lead in the South are 11-1. 9 victories against 1 loss in their last 10 games. That's a machine. Portland is 7-4, 3.5 back. Yakima Valley 7-5, 4 games back. Bend is 7-6, and they are 4 1/2 games off the pace. Got a little activity now in the Edmonton bullpen. Pitch is in there at the knee. 2 balls and a strike on Soper. Walla 7.5 out, 3-8. Ridgefield 3-8. And again, 7 1/2 games back. So Edmonton is 2 games off the roost in the North Division. Here's the pitch, and it's inside from Flynn Ridley. 3 balls, 1 strike on the batter. And a high and wide pitch brings it around to ball 4. And Potternack will be the batter. He's brought in the game's lone run with a bouncing single into center field in the first inning that scored Michael Soper. Got under a pitch his last time up. Hit a mile-high fly ball out to center field. Runner's on the move, and here's the throw. It's on 1 bounce. It gets through the middle infielders, goes into center field, and on to third goes Soper. He'll get credit with the bag, and he'll go to third on the throwing error by McLeod.
You know, that ball looked like it was where it should have been on the throw. I'm thinking that the second baseman literally took his eyes off the ball. He was looking for the runner.
So the infield will be forced to play up as whole thing changes now for Potternick. Now he just has to look for a fly ball. 1-1 to take. Infield in. Infield of Sauce at third. Madge Dick at first. Hall at short. And Tunison, the second baseman. The error is generally almost always on the throw, but we'll check just to be sure. Down and away pitch, ball 2. Stretch from this big British Columbia right-hander, and the pitch down and away, ball 3. Things also change a little bit for the pitcher. Infield in, you got to throw hard, and you like usually to throw in. What you don't want to throw is off speed and away. And here's the pitch. 88 miles an hour. That's a good, hard, dipping slider. Swing and a miss to run the count full.
The one thing as a pitcher you don't want to do here is allow him to get the ball up in the air. Fly ball will score the run.
And here comes the payoff pitch. Fouled away. Well, tomorrow is Retro Dad's Day. We'll have Trapper jerseys that will be worn by the ball club. And what a better way for a Father's Day Sunday than being right here at the Bark. 1:05 start. Gates open at noon. 89-mile-an-hour fastball, and turning on it was Potternack as he whistles it foul of the bag at third base.
Ball came in on the inside of the plate. Really got around on it.
Ridley ready to go. The pitch is down and away, ball 4. That was probably what I would call an unintentional, intentional base on ball.
That's exactly right. It sets up the double play now, so they can drop back to double play depth and worry about cutting off the run. Now the pressure's on Johnny McGill to get it out into the outfield. Either a hit or a long fly ball to score the run.
Bryce McFreely, who's got the day off today, leads this ball club in hitting at .425. Tai Chi Nakato hitting .379. And Potternack, who's just drawing the walk, hitting .373. Potternack riding the wings of a 10-game hit streak. Vasseur is also on a 10-game hit streak. That's an on-base streak. Some of the hitting leaders here on this Edmonton club. And the pitch, that'll do it. Ball hit out in the left field and slicing away from Manny Ramirez. That'll plate the run. Making a big left turn is John McGill. They're going to wave in another run. The cutoff man at third. The relay home is not in time. 2 runs come in to score. Potternack made 3 left turns and raced around 270 feet of base track, and it's a 3-0 Edmonton lead.
Real good shot by Johnny McGill. Ball got out over the plate and got her out over the left field, over the left fielder's head. Couldn't make a play on it.
For the second time today, a ball hit the left field off a left-hand hitter's bat. It's sliced away from the outfielder. And that's a tough bit of duty for an outfielder. That ball is running away from you. Lanahan will be the batter. McGill takes his lead off at second base. He's going to break for third. He got a pretty good jump. Here's the throw. It's high. The tag down is a stolen base for Big John McGill.
Johnny McGill got a real good jump on that, Al, and slid on the outside of the bag, got his hand on it, and slid over, kept his leg on it.
That's a big 90 feet. Now the infield again has to play up, and again the batter just wants to see if he can get a fly ball deep. So 2 runs in the bank here in the last of 6. That's another difference between this year and last year. We've got way better base running speed. And here comes the 1-1 delivery. Ball raised out into right, and it's slicing away from the outfielder. And it's going Edmonton's way here in the inning. That's a long single to right field. Off Lenahan's bat, makes it a 4-0 Edmonton lead. Run scoring single by Lenahan. Down at first with 1 away. And we have got a right-hander, I do believe. No, it's a left-hander up and throwing in the Victoria bullpen, and I do believe that's going to be it.
Excellent hit. Nice play by Nizoya Thompson out there. He doesn't make that throw. Could have been a double.
You are right about that. Well, let's take a break. Be back with more in just a minute. New pitcher of the ball game is a left-hander, Brandon Birch, out of Dallas, Texas, 6'6" southpaw, 162-pound freshman out of the University of Texas at Austin. And he'll come in. The runner at first, one away. 3 runs have scored to break this one open a little bit. And Birch at 86 miles an hour from that straight overhand delivery. And it's high. He'll make his 4th relief appearance, 3 innings. Birch with 5 hits, 1 run. It's an earned run. No record and an ERA at 3. Brandon Birch. Totals have not been completed on Flynn Ridley. Didn't have a real good day today. He works but 1/3 of an inning here in the 6th. It's a 2-ball, no strike count. Middle infield going to shorten up here now and play at a double play depth. And the pitch. Turned it over like a screwball. That's a circle changeup. 79 miles an hour. Swing and a miss. And Nahedet Tabata. 2 ground ball outs today. Runners on the move. There's a pickoff throw, and the throw onto second base is not in time. He beat it out. Majdick threw the ball to the shortstop Hall. That's a harder play than it looks. As the shortstop comes to the bag, that means Majdick has got to try to throw the ball around the runner.
That's exactly right, and he had trouble getting back to the bag and was able to slide under the tag.
So a 2-ball, 1 strike count on Nahedet Tabata. Lenahan motors into scoring position. There's a wild pitch. McLeod couldn't squeeze it. On to third goes Lenahan. And again, the Victoria infield is going to have to play up. I think McLeod got crossed up. He was looking for something middle in. It was down and away.
Very well done. It's not often, Al, that you see this 3 times in an inning.
I'm just glad it's not the top of the inning. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. Foul back. Lenahan with a run-scoring single, stole second, went to third on a wild pitch. Infield is not completely playing up. The shortstop is just in of a double play depth, same with the second baseman. At first and third, they're up wide of the bag. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the batter. And the pitch, nubbed foul. The hitting leader in the West Coast League, we saw him earlier in this homestand, and he's a good hitter. He uses all fields, a left-handed batsman, Nate Gray Jr. He's settled down a little bit now. He's hitting .450. At one point in time, was batting better than .500. And here's the 3-2 delivery. Ball raised out into right center field. That should be deep enough. On the run over is Sky Collins. Makes the catch, tagging up is Lenahan. He'll come in to score, and it's a 5-0 ball game. Tabata with a no-time at bat and a run batted in. So 4 runs will be charged against Flynn Ridley in his 1/3 of an inning appearance today. 1-hit batsman. He walked 2 batters, didn't strike anybody out, and surrendered 2 hits. Flynn Ridley. Brandon Birch, big Texas left-hander. University of Texas out of Dallas. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that's a belt-high strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter. Tai Chi Nakeo. And the 1-1 delivery. That's a strike. Go to 1-2. And the pitch is going to miss low. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Nakeo. Bryce McFeely of the Riverhawks off today, but he's sitting in the 2-hole and hitting in the league, batting .425. Tyler Harris of Portland is hitting .417, and he's in the 3 spot. Got a 2-ball, 2 strike. And the pitch, bouncing ball down to third base. Sauce is up with it, throws it low, dug out of the dirt by Majdick, and that'll do it. But a good inning for the Riverhawks as they send 7 to the plate, cash in 4 runs.
Excellent inning.
beautiful race and beautiful prize. Now back to the Riverhawks.
Well, there's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of crying up here, a lot of tears of joy for that back-sack race. Unbelievable.
Michael, you should check? Yeah. He's supposed to be the best of the two. I hope he is. Hope he's ready to go. Final totals today for Vicardi Domingo. And he was just about picture perfect. 6-inning distance, no runs, 1 hit. Struck out 7, he walked 1 batter. Outstanding performance.
And Al, he threw 85 pitches, 53 for strikes.
And Michael Yusupchuk, one of 2 Yusupchuk brothers, Edmonton area ball players. As Yusupchuk kicks that left leg up real high, throws it in there for a strike. And the ball is hit in the air out into right field and down towards foul chalk. Coming on over is Tabata, and he runs out of room.
The Yusupchuk brothers, Michael and Andrew, their father was an all-Canadian safety at the University of Alberta back in, I think it was 93. Outstanding athlete himself, and these 2 boys were built like their dad, tall and lanky.
This is the first appearance on the year for Michael Yusupchuk. Count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fully back on the middle infield, midway at first and third. Outfielder straight away, and here's the pitch to Sauce. He got tied up with a 76-mile-an-hour pitch with great location below the label. Fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, 2,648, the assembled multitude here this afternoon at Remax Field, game 2 of the series. That will wrap up tomorrow. That'll wrap up the homestand. Fly ball out into right. It's in foul territory. Coming on over right by the piping on the dugout is Lenahan. He leans over and makes the catch. And the DH, Cam Schneider, will be the batter.
Good job by Lenahan staying on that ball. When you get by that fence sometimes, the fence becomes more important than the ball.
Well, you know he's not going to get a whole lot of help in locating that pop-up by the other team. And the pitch too high. 1 ball, no strike on the batter. 1 out, bases empty. Here in the top of 7. Ball game right about the 1 hour and 40-minute mark as we speak. 89-mile-an-hour spinner, and that one's down and away, ball 2. The other Yusupchuk was a starter for the Riverhawks the other day. Left the ball game early. 3 balls and no strikes here to Schneider. And that's a 4-pitch walk issued here to Schneider. 1 out, 1 on. Well, the Blue Jays have built a real nice lead now, 5-0 on the Cleveland Guardians after losing the game last night. Jays are up by 5 in the bottom of 5. And the Phillies lead the Orioles 2-0. The Tigers 7. The Astros are scoreless in the top of the 2nd inning. What a great play at third base by Potternack. Fields a line drive, throws the seed back across the diamond, and high and dry with Schneider. That's a big league play.
You don't see that too often. Tremendous dive by Potternack and doubles the runner off at first. Excellent play.
So here in the top of 7, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Smoke rings across as we move to the home 7th inning from Remax Field. Just a tremendous double play turned by Potternack, fielding a scalded line drive, and he was either wide of the bag or just inside the bag, so elapsed time from the barrel to the ball glove, not a whole lot. Fired across the diamond, a turn of 5-3 double play. As I said, the Blue Jays lead the Guardians 5-0 at the end of 5. That has to be the longest drought now, I think, of any team in the major leagues without a World Series. 76 years. They were at that time, of course, the Cleveland Indians in 1948. I think one of just a few occasions in that decade where the Yankees didn't find themselves in the World Series. They had pitching that just never stopped. Big Bob Feller, Bob Lemon, Herb Score, Mike Garcia, Gene Bearden, a big left-handed knuckleballer. How often do you see a left-handed knuckler? Not often. Another good lefty, Hal Newhouser. 1 ball, 2 strike here on Vasseur. And the pitch. Circle changeup, ran away like a screwball. Good pitch. 80 miles an hour. And Russell Young will be the batter. The Phillies lead the Orioles. They're just really underway. Middle of 3, 2-0 at Camden Yards. Tigers 8 the Astros with no score, and that's in the top of the 2nd inning. You think the Astros don't miss Dusty Baker?
Absolutely they do. I think the whole league misses Dusty Baker. Tremendous baseball man.
Yeah, sure was. Is. He's just not doing it right now. And the pitch too high. Cubs 5, Cardinals 1 at the end of 8. Nationals lead the Marlins 2-0 in the bottom of 3, and it's the Giants with a 2-1 lead on the Angels playing the bottom of the 2nd inning. Tampa Bay Rays are in Atlanta, and they lead 1-0 in the top of 3. The Reds and the Brewers are scoreless at the ballpark in Milwaukee. And the 2-0 pitch popped them up foul and out of play. Scoreless between the Padres and the Mets. Look at the out-of-town scoreboard today in the major leagues. This is the only game being played today in the West Coast League. Everybody will be under the lights tonight. And the 2-1 pitch. Half swing. Plate umpire Matt Beaudry indicates it's a strike. We go to 2-2. 3 in a row have been set down by Brandon Birch. Left-hander works off the third base side of the pitching rubber. And that'll run the count full. And here's the 3-2 delivery, getting back to that 48 Indians, and that's a long time before I was born. But that might be the last time that the field manager was also a player. And Russell Young is the batter up. Lou Boudreau was the shortstop and the field manager of the 48 Indians. Pitch is belt high and a called third strike on Russell Young.
Another good strikeout. Brandon Birch.
Well, we'll get a pinch hit appearance by Tommy Takayoshi, so we'll have some changes when we go to the 8th. It was a little tender for a couple of days, but they get us bat in here this afternoon. He'll likely just take over behind the plate. Young will be gone, and we'll get a change at the center field position. Tommy was telling me the other day his dad is a roving hitting instructor in the Oakland A's system and did the same task for years with the Angels. Ground ball down at third base. One play, and that's to see if it squibs foul. And it does. Sauce had no opportunity whatsoever for a throw to first base.
Just turned foul. Al that almost caught the bag.
Nothing in 2 here to Takayoshi in his pinch hit appearance here in the 7th inning. The way it works is you can pinch hit for the designated hitter. Now, that didn't happen here. You can do that all day. But let's say, for an example, you've got 2 catchers. One is catching, the other is the DH. The catcher that is catching gets injured, so the DH has to come over and do that. Then you lose your DH, and the pitcher has to bat in that spot. 0-2 to Takayoshi. Wearing that themed uniform jersey top tonight. And here comes the pitch. Fly ball raised out into left center field. There'll be a convention of outfielders out there, and running over is Sky Collins to make the catch. And that'll do it here in the last half of the 7th inning. Smoke rings across as we move on to the 8th inning at Remax Field. One defensive change. Watson is now in the ball game in place of Zeroni as the center fielder. Ground ball to the right, scooped up by Nikeo onto the bag of one away. Sky Collins is the batter.
Certainly the way you want to start an inning with first pitch, ground out.
Well, that move makes sense as Zeroni was nailed in the wrist by a fastball in the previous inning, so he's probably a little bit tender. And Watson, who's a very accomplished glove man, he catches right, he throws left. Collins chases the pitch in the dirt. 0-2 to the batter. Victoria Harbourcats, the defending North Division champions, ran the table on Edmonton last year. 6 games played, and Edmonton was 0-4-6. Sinker ball strike, not thrown real hard, 75 miles an hour, but it's in the strike zone, and Collins is erased. Strikeout number 1 for Yusepchuk. And Cam McLeod will be the batter.
Yusepchuk showing some pretty good breaking balls here now. Pretty good control with it.
And the pitch. Strike on the outside block, 0-1. Cloud today has lifted the ball in the air twice, once to left and once to center. And the Riverhawks heating a right-handed arm up as the right-hander up and throwing in the Victoria bullpen. Again, the starter today was Ricardo Domingo. 6 innings, shutout baseball. He threw a 1-hitter and 1 walk. Now, a lot of these pitchers are on pitch counts. What if he had a no-hitter going? Then what will happen? And the pitch, a swing and a miss. Cam McLeod is set down. Strikeout number 2 for Yusepchuk. And a 3-up, 3-down top half of the 8th inning from Remax Field in Edmonton.
And we are going to have a man versus machine race. We're here with the Edmonton Girl Guides. And we have lots of Girl Guides here today. Everybody loves their cookies. Let's give those cookies a lot of the run faster. Are we ready? On your marks. Get set. Go Girl Guides! Oh, they're up to the races. Lining up the finish line. We've got our machines.
Those are the Needle Riders ready to go. Is that enough head start? You guys
And go machines! All right,
New pitcher into the ball game, making his maiden voyage as a Victoria Harbourcat. Don't seem listed on any pitching statistics. Is Cade Rush, a Burnaby ball player. Big right-hander, 6'4", 185. Out of the University of Kentucky. The line for Brandon Birch, 1 2/3 innings of shut-up baseball. 2 strikeouts, did not walk a batter, did a nice job. Michael Soper will be the leadoff hitter. We're at the top of the order here in the last of 8. And a breaking pitch strike to Soper, strike 1. Potternack and McGill are also due up in the inning. 2 left-handed bats and 1 right-handed hitter. And the pitch, foul straight back, 0-2. Edmonton with a run in the first on a leadoff single or triple by Soper, and he'd come around to score, and then they scored 4 runs in the 6th inning. Pair of hits that were sprayed away from the outfielder, 1 to left, 1 to right. And here comes the pitch, too high. 1 ball, 2 strikes, that's a fastball. 86 miles an hour from Cade Rush. In our crowd here this afternoon, 2,648 in a game that was pushed ahead by 5 hours to accommodate the Oiler game tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Soper. Now don't forget tomorrow is Father's Day here at the park. A better way to spend some time with your dad or with your son than right here at Remax Field. And the 2-2 pitch, fly ball out in the left center field. That one hangs up real nice for Sky Collins. He trots in to make the catch, and there's 1 away. Potternack will be the hitter.
The Potternack's had a good day today.
He has absolutely shone with the leather. Stealing a base hit away on that line drive last inning, a hard sinking line drive. He picked it and fired across the diamond to turn a 5-3 double play. Potternack takes the ball on a hop to the plate. Men are up, but nobody throwing in the Edmonton pen. 1 man up and nobody throwing in the Harbourcat bullpen. 1 ball, no strike to Potternack. High and tight pitch. Some returning ball players in Edmonton this year, but they made some wholesale manpower changes. There's no doubt about that. Here's the pitch too high, ball 3.
And the changes they've made have been very productive for them now. They're faster. They seem better with fundamentals. And they sure seem to like playing with one another. It's good chemistry on the ball club.
90 miles an hour, belt high fastball for a strike. 3-1 to Potternack. An infield of Sauce at third, Majdick at first, Hall at short. Tunison, the second baseman. The middle infield drawn back and fanned apart. And that's a strike down the middle, right down the punt. 90 miles an hour. Monday an off day and back on the road on Tuesday. And they'll saddle up bright and early in the morning in that long drive to Kelowna. Kick off a 6-game British Columbia road trip. 3 in Kelowna against the Falcons, 3 in Kamloops against the North Paws.
Pretty good road trip.
And here comes the 3-2 delivery. That ball is stroked. Potternack got out in front of it. That ball just jumped off his bat. You can tell by the sound of the crack. 101 miles an hour off the barrel.
You know, he just gets that straightened out and he'd have himself a double or a triple.
And a fastball high. That's a good at bat for Jake Potternack. Draws the walk.
Very good at bat.
And John McGill will be the batter. Johnny with a 2-run opposite field double in the 6th inning. Double play depth in the middle infield. The outfield today is straight away. Outfield today of Manny Ramirez Jr. in left. Sky Collins in center. Nasri Thompson is the right fielder. There's the ball belted out into the gap in right field. On the run over is Sky Collins. He flags that one easily. And there's 2 away. Lenahan will be the batter, the first baseman. Lenahan today. Long single down the right field line, knocked in a run. He stole second. He went to third on a wild pitch and came in to score on a sacrifice fly. And the pitch to Lenahan. Low, down the middle, but low. 1 ball, no strike. Off-speed pitch in there at 76 miles an hour. Up too high, go to ball 2. Malik Harris, the starter today, did a nice job on a 5-inning stint. 1 run earned, 3 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. But he threw the ball in the strike zone. Foul to the backstop. Flynn Ridley, a third of an inning, 4 earned runs on 2 hits, 2 walks. Brandon Birch, an inning and 2/3, zeros over with 2 strikeouts. Been a very well-pitched series. Victoria with a team earned run average, I would have to think one of the best in the league at 3.36. And the pitch, hard sinker ball. Bottom fell right out of it at 89 miles an hour, 2-2.
Really good pitch.
Ball game approaching the 2-hour mark. We're at the 1 hour and 58-minute mark of this one today. Runners on the move. Here's the throw from McLeod. Tagged down, not in time. Stolen base for Potternack. McLeod has got a good hose. He's got a pipe. He made that one close.
He really does, and he's made some excellent throws down there today and has tagged some people, but that one you're able to slide under. Got a real good jump on the pitcher.
And here's the 3-2 delivery. And that is ball 4 to Lenahan. How he could take that pitch, that looked awful good.
I don't
Played
know.
umpire Beaudry, though it was not in the strike zone. And Mayadet Tabata on an 0-for-2 afternoon with an RBI. Runners aboard. Potternack at second. Lenahan with a good at-bat. They both had good at-bats here in the inning. And there's a one hopper wide of third base. Sauce up with it. Makes the unassisted put out at third. And we're heading to the 9th. Saturday afternoon baseball from Remax Field. New pitcher in the ball game, a big, tall right-hander, Hayden Morrison. And the pitch. Turned that one around. Fly ball deep left field. On the run back is John McGill. He won't be able to catch that one on the fly. That's off the wood, and that'll be a two-base hit on a pitch out over the plate. Now, Manny Ramirez gets the knock, a double to left field. Michael Yusepchuk, 2 nice innings out of the middle this afternoon. A zero's over with 2 strikeouts. In relief of the starter, Vicarti Domingo. Morrison with 1 start and 1 relief appearance. 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, an earned run. No walks, 5 strikeouts, and an ERA of 1.92. And Garrett Tunison is the batter up. Time called. Russell Young out to the mound here to get on the same page of the hymn book with Hayden Morrison. And here comes the pitch. It's a sinking fastball on the inside block. Strike 1, right at the knee. Here to Tunison, who today has popped up, flied out, and ground out. Manny Ramirez Jr. takes his lead off at second base, about a 10-foot lead off the bag. And here's the kick and the 0-1, down and away. All the other action will be under the lights tonight in the West Coast League. Port Angeles is in Corvallis. Walla Walla will play Yakima Valley at Yakima. And here's the 1-1 pitch up a little high. Portland Pickles and the Bend Elks. Wenatchee Apple Sox, great year going. And they're in Kamloops tonight playing the North Paws. Cowlitz Black Bears are in Springfield. And the Bellingham Bells continue with a series down on Recreation Road in Kelowna. And there's the ball. It's foul. Down the left line, bouncing off the piping towards the party zone, and Karam's back out onto the field of play. And Morrison ready to go. He misses with the pitch, threw it right down the barrel, but a little high. Just at the top of the rectangle.
Yeah, just had to miss the top of the zone, Al. Pretty good pitch.
And here's the 3-2 delivery. That's going to miss down and away, ball 4. So Tunison for the first time today is aboard on a 3-2 pitch that missed outside. Isaiah Thompson, the hitter.
I think now with Thompson that he wants to keep out of a double play situation, and that's what the Riverhawks are hoping for. Keep the ball down. He didn't do a double play.
Here the batter shows the bunt, pulls the bat back and takes upstairs. 1 ball, no strike to Thompson. Going to have Potternack playing inside the bag at third. And Lenahan is going to do the same thing at first, double play depth up the middle. Outfield is straight away. 1 ball, no strike. And the pitch inside, go to ball 2. Going to get a right-hander up and throwing in the Edmonton relief pen. Morrison has fallen behind all 3 batters that he's faced. Here's the kick of the 2-0 pitch. That's under the chin, go to ball 3. And here's the 3-0 pitch. That's a strike in the inside half of the plate, about belt high.
Pretty good change on that pitch.
Scores last night, Corvallis down Port Angeles 4-3. Portland with a 2-0 victory playing in Bend, Oregon. 84-mile-an-hour sinker ball, swing and a miss. 9-5, Springfield defeated Cowlitz. Bellingham 5, Kelowna no score. Wenatchee 2, Kamloops 1. Corvallis a 5-3 win over the Portland Pickles. And here comes the 3-2 delivery. That's high, and that's ball 4, and that loads the bases. 2 walks and a double.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we get a pitching change.
This is one they don't want to have slip through their fingers. Now, when Morrison came in, that's not a save situation, but he has created one for the next pitcher. Buy a little time for that reliever heating up in the bullpen. Baudry on his way out to the mound to expedite proceedings. Well, they'll leave him in the pitch. Camden Sauce, the third baseman, the batter. I think we explained it last night. The new league rules, you're allowed 8 trips to the mound in the ball game. There was a time you could have as many as you liked within certain parameters. 2 pitches or 2 visits to a pitcher in an inning, he's gone. That hasn't changed. Sauce takes inside, 1 ball, no strike. Right-hander loosening up for the Hawks down in the relief pen. 1 ball, no strike. And the pitch and a ground ball wide of first base, fielded here by Lanahan onto Vasseur, and Vasseur can't squeeze it. And a run comes in to score as Manny Ramirez scores. And an error will be charged to the shortstop, Vasseur. Tunison goes to third, Thompson to second. Sauce is aboard on the fielder's choice. And the first error of the ball game for the Hawks. An error on the catch by the shortstop, Vasseur. There's a fly ball out into center. That'll be deep enough to score a run. On the run back is Watson. He flags that one easily. Tagging up is Thompson. He'll move to third. And he's going to be out at third base. What a gun by Watson. Throws that one right on the money. That's something you'd see from a guy like Mookie Betts.
Just one of those things that happens. Rolled off the bag and boom, he gets tagged. It's an excellent throw from center field by Watson.
So again, Ramirez has scored, and Isaiah Thompson is out 8-5 at third base. Man, that could be a big out in this ball game. And Tyrus Hall, the shortstop, is the batter. Man at first with 2 away. Again, Thompson out, overslid the bag going into third base. Stolen all, a great throw from Watson.
It really was.
That was right on target, right on one bounce.
One thing he did nice with that, he made sure he was coming in on the ball. When he caught the ball, he was already in his throwing action. Well executed play.
And the pitch inside, the count even up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in the top half of the 9th inning. Well, we hope to have Halen Knoll, the architect of last night's win, the West Coast League Pitcher of the Year last season, join us our post-game recap today. Ball 2, strike 1. Again, the homestand wraps up tomorrow afternoon, Father's Day. 1:05 opening pitch. Gates open up at noon, and we'll have the telecast for you right after the national anthems have been completed. Or anthem, I should say. There's only one. Bouncing ball to Potternack at third, on to second, and that will do it as Sauce is erased on the force. Back with the final totals in just a jiffy. All right, final totals of the game this afternoon. 2 hour and 10-minute ball game, 2,648 to watch it. 1 run. I'll tell you what, Edmonton pitching today only allowed 2 Victoria hits. That's stingy. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 3 left aboard for Victoria. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 3 left on for Edmonton. Malik Harris is the starter. He gets the loss today. He'll go to 0-1 through 50 pitches, 34 in the strike zone, 5 inning distance, 1 earned run, 3 hits, no walks or strikeouts. And the winning pitcher to go to an unblemished 3-0 is Vicardi Domingo. 6 innings of shutout baseball, 1 hit, 7 strikeouts, and 1 base on ball. 85 pitches, 53 in the strike zone. The Hawks now 4 games up on 500. They're 9-5. Their best homestand ever. They're 6 wins, 2 losses, with that homestand finale set to go tomorrow. Victoria falls to 7 wins, 7 losses. Really outstanding pitching by Edmonton in this series.
Excellent pitching and also some outstanding fielding plays out. The double play set up by Potternack off that line drive and getting it back to first. The double play set up by Watson in the 9th, taking that fly ball in stride and putting a strike on third base. The runner slipped off the base, got tagged out. Just excellent baseball that we're seeing this summer.
Vicardi Domingo, that 6-inning distance, a 1-hitter. And that occurred with 2 out in the 4th inning. Cam Schneider was the batter, and he hit one right back up over the canvas bag at second base into center field. And he was stingy today to go 3 wins, no losses. 7 strikeout performance for Vicardi Domingo. And again, that 1 hit, and he only walked 1 batter. And I don't want to sound like a homer, that was a questionable base on ball. He went into the game with a 1.63 earned run average. He improves to 3 victories against no losses, and he struck out on the season now 21 batters, and it's going to be interesting to see come the July Rule 4 draft if he gets picked up.
It certainly will. He's certainly got the stuff that they're looking for. Good moving fastball. His breaking ball showed well in the second half of this game. Just excellent pitching by Domingo.
Okay, the big league scoreboard this afternoon for one final time. The Cubs over the Cardinals 5-1. Blue Jays have things pretty well in hand. A 5-0 lead on Cleveland as playing the bottom half of the 8th inning. The Nationals 2, the Marlins no score. That's in the middle of 6. The Giants in San Francisco lead the Halos 2-1 in the 5th inning. All tied up, the Phillies and the Orioles 2 apiece in the top of 6. And the Rays lead the Braves in the top of the 5th inning 1-0. The Reds and the Brewers in the middle of 5, scoreless. Nothing across between the Padres and the Mets in the bottom of 4. Tigers 10, the Astros scoreless in the bottom of 3. Coming up later on, the Rangers will be at the ballpark out in Seattle, 5:15 Mountain Time. The Yankees and the Red Sox, and the Pirates and the Rockies, and it's the Royals at Dodger Stadium. Play Dave Roberts' Dodgers. That'll go tonight at 7:10 p.m. And the other one is the White Sox and the Arizona Diamondbacks at what used to be called the Bank One Ballpark down in Van Buren. I'm not sure what it's called now, but they'll hook up today in Phoenix. Real nice afternoon. Stay tuned. We shall return with more on our post-game report right here from Remax Field at Edmonton. Well, we're back. We want to bring up Hale and Knoll. We've been trying to get you up here for days, but things just didn't seem to work out. But first off, what we want to do is congratulate you on your award last year, Pitcher of the Year, and some of that good talent in this league. That's something.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm honored to win that award, and hopefully I can do it again this year.
Yeah, well, why not?
Yeah.
2 times lucky. Talking about pitching, how about Vicardi today? That was just outstanding 6-inning distance, Almost had a no-hitter.
Oh, you know, he's just so good. He probably could have kept going and stuff, but we go to the bullpen, and the bullpen shut him down too, and yeah, he pitched really well, gave us a chance to win.
Well, last 2 nights, the relief pen's done a real nice job.
Oh, it sure has. Yeah, and we've been able to trust our bullpen all year, something that we can look forward to.
Halen, the one thing I've noticed with you, your breaking ball is your out pitch, and you're deadly accurate with it. What is your other best pitch? You've got a second one. What would it be?
I'd say the cutter. I can throw it at about 84, 85, and it plays off the slider really well, so I can throw it early in a count. Maybe they see the cutter and think it's the slider, and then throw the slider later, and they swing right through it.
I've had over the years, when they were a AAA ball as an example, a guy could throw a curve, could throw a slider. Sometimes he tried to throw both, and both of them got messed up. I don't know why, but
yeah, I mean, mine's obviously pretty good. Even the metrics on it aren't too hot, but I can locate it well, so I think that's a reason why I'm so successful with it.
Well, in the 4th inning, you had 1 out, bases loaded, and you said, okay, that's enough of this, and you went back to that breaking ball, get 2 big punch-outs.
Oh, yeah, that got in a little bit of trouble there. I was struggling to throw a strike with that slider of mine, but you know, I bared down and got through it and got those strikeouts I needed to get out of the inning clean, and ended up putting together a good start.
I really like this group this year.
Oh, it's fantastic. Everyone's so tight-knit, and it's tough to find a team that's this close already, and we've only known each other for a few weeks now. So
You're having a lot of fun out there. You can certainly see it. And we're seeing fielding plays that we haven't seen in the last couple of years. The double play by Jacob Padernick there on the line drive, and then the double play from Watson from center field. Perfect throw. Guy slides by the bag, gets tagged out. Big plays.
That play by Padernick, he was up wide of the bag, and that thing left the barrel at 101 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah, that's hit pretty hard. Well, actually, on that one double play where their guy didn't tag up, but our shortstop there actually faked turning the double play, which fooled him. So that's how we got him to out at first there.
Well, that's thinking man's baseball. We run better this year, and we swing a pretty good pull. We've got some headers.
We sure do. Yeah, we didn't have much of that last year, but we're hitting the ball real well. I think we got the league in hits, so I think we can continue that and pitch this well. We got a chance.
Okay, Halen, good job. Thank you very much for joining us here this afternoon.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. West Coast League Pitcher of the Year, Halen Knoll, joins us on our post-game show this afternoon as the Riverhawks are having a lot of fun, and so are we, as a matter of fact. What a great homestand it's been, John. The Hawks improved to 9-5, and they're 6-2 on the homestand.
And, you know, Al, it's the way they're doing it. As Halen was talking about how the bullpen has been helping out, coming in. We saw it last night with Stewart coming in, getting a couple of punch-outs, and then in the bottom of the ninth, in comes, or top of the ninth, in comes Tyler Jans. He threw 20 pitches. He threw a number of balls, but walked one batter, but struck out the side. And mixing that fastball up with his curveball. And we're seeing a lot of this throughout the entire order. Excellent pitching. Young Michael Yusipchuk comes in today and does a nice job for a couple of innings. And, you know, it's fun to watch. But again, aggressive on the base paths. Everything we're seeing out here is the players are having a ball. They're really having fun together.
Well, the numbers don't lie. 18 innings of pitching, 2 games into the series, and they've only allowed 2 runs.
Pretty good pitching.
All right, that will do it. We'll pull a shoot this afternoon. Best of luck to the Oilers tonight. Again, we'll be around tomorrow afternoon at 1:05 for the series and the homestand finale as the Hawks, again, host the Victoria Harbourcats. You have yourself a very pleasant Saturday. Have a safe Saturday as well. We'll talk to you tomorrow from right here at Remax Field. I didn't either.
But again, this is what we're seeing, smart baseball. And you know, I was glad to see what Jake did out there. Players love that.
A number of years ago, all over the boys, all-time highlight reel for him.
Oh, is that right?
During the cats, the bat rack out of one bar. training as a weed that tests that day.
Well, just think of that. Raised in the hockey area where that stuff was happening all the time, huh? Dumping sticks out on the ice.
Yeah. Amber Valley.
Amber.
You ever know the Edwards boys? Black guys?
I knew of Chris Edwards. I coached him.
They were a family that came out of Canada in the early 1900s.